Vaste et tendre baisement semble descendre du firmament. Que l'astre rise, c'est l'heure exquise.
I'm sorry, but I can't help you. My French isn't up to all that.
I could say that I've been waiting for you all my life, but, well, that would only be half true.
This is... I mean, it's...
Ridiculous? Yes, it is, but amusing, isn't it? Now, don't say anything. Listen. I felt an instant affinity the moment my knee brushed yours.
Your knee? It hasn't brushed mine.
Here, it has.
I'm meeting someone.
Yes, I know. That's why there's so little time. Now, please, let me tell you about you. Although we've never met, I know you. There is an empathy between us.
You're mad. Quite mad.
You nearly died 3 years ago, didn't you? A serious illness? No. No, something violent. An accident?
I was in a sports car. It was 3 years ago. We'd run out of road. The driver was killed.
You don't like the truth, do you? You find it too brutal. And you have a cat and a dog. Your chest. You should watch it. Certain weakness. Have you ever had pneumonia?
No,
But when you get a cold, it turns into a cough, right? Your boyfriend, is he in the Grenadiers?
Look, who are you? How do you know about me?
I told you. Empathy. I'm Paul Daring, by the way. Who are you? Come on, relax. You're not stuffy. Or are you?
Elizabeth. Elizabeth Claremont.
Something simple, cooked in wine. And there's a little place in Hampstead, the chef's a friend of mine. We could linger over our liqueurs while I tell you about your future. You'll be fascinated.
Look, even if I wanted to...
You do want. Admit it, Liz.
I am meeting someone.
He's late. He doesn't deserve you.
Yes, he is late, but...
We'll give him another minute, and then the pumpkin turns into a taxi.
You really are a most awful man.
I know. You're far too sentimental, Liz. You should guard against it. Right. That's it. He's had his chance. Come on. You're not scared, are you? Dear Sybil, for some years now I have been impressed by your predictions. I am engaged to a most charming girl who is also intrigued by astrology, and your column in particular. It would give me great pleasure, therefore, to make her a gift of a birth chart cast by you. Her name is Clarissa Holland. She was born on the 20th of July, 1951, at Little Gidding in Huntingdonshire. Unfortunately, the exact time of birth was not recorded, but it was somewhere between 3 and 4 in the morning. I really would be much obliged if you could do this service for me. Perhaps you would advise me and state the fee required. I would send a cheque by return. Yours sincerely, Guy Bardsley. I do hope this letter reaches you. I'm fascinated by astrology and wondered if you could possibly do my horoscope, my life at the moment being rather frustrating and chaotic. I was born at 2 a.m. on the 4th of February, 1952. I do hope you can help me. Yours sincerely, Elizabeth Claremont.
Carol Brandon. Fiona.
Fenton Smythe.
Yes, yes. Fascinating. Huge bee in Bardsley. Dwarfed in Brandon. But the acute angle of the upper loop, identical.
What about the other signatures?
Yes, yes, darling girl, we're getting there. Lovely drop of manzanilla, you know.
Sorry, Toby.
Dreadful, aren't I?
Don't be so silly.
It's the sea, you know, makes all the difference. San Luca de Barrameda.
What are you talking about?
Oh, manzanilla, of course.
Of course.
The salty air blowing through the bodegas gives it a unique tang. Ah. Yes, now then. Oh, yes, clever. Oh, quite clever. Cries out for a shrimp, don't you think?
Shrimp?
I don't suppose you've got any, darling Esther?
No, darling Toby, I haven't. Quite clever, you said.
Oh, clever attempt at disguise, but really, no doubt, all created by the same hand.
Then, I'm being used.
Yes, I'm afraid you are. You see, this man is devious fellow. Amoral, I should say. Possibly quite criminal.
What a nerve. How dare he?
Yes, I dare say he would dare a lot. Look at the curly flourish here. The upward stroke, the descending loop, ambition, energy, drive.
Typical Geminian cunning.
Reminds me of a man I knew in Curacao, remittance man. Stole the pearly necklace of his father's mistress, amongst other things. Absolute scoundrel. Most amusing, though, really.
Look, have you noticed that all the horoscopes have been cast for young girls, girls in their 20s?
Yes, what about the first letter?
Hang on. Here it is. Look, you see? Girlfriend and model, Pisces, born in 47, Charing Cross Hospital. Pisces.
Signed Paul Daring. This signature is quite genuine. No attempt at disguise.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Paul Daring.
You're beautiful. Dazzling gem. Slightly flawed.
Flo,
Slightly. Your nose.
my nose?
It's a little too retroussé, but then if it weren't, you'd merely be pitiless.
Oh, Paul, you do have a way.
Here.
For me?
But take it, it won't bite.
But what is it?
Only one way to find out.
It's a funny shape. I can't imagine. And it's awfully light. A cigar.
Havana.
I've never smoked a real cigar before.
You should try it, Liz. It's an emotional experience.
I think I'm going to save it for later, if you don't mind too awfully.
Oh, but I do. Just try it. It won't make you sick, I promise.
Honey,
Money.
£30? Why should you... I mean, I don't understand.
Je suis un fou. Sentimental.
Sentimental.
All right, Liz, let me explain.
I have been standing here with my...
It's lovely to see you, Grad.
What's all this? Oh. Esther, I wasn't expecting...
I just thought you might enjoy a little bit of batting.
Yes, well, I have actually already picked at a sardine, but of course, had I known... That's a remarkably fine wine for pate. Remarkably fine label, anyway.
What's the matter? You sound a little dazed, Grad.
Yes, well, on the phone you sounded all agitato, fretting and fuming. I expected, I thought... oh. I suspected that you were angry with me.
Don't be so silly. What would I have to be angry with you for? Pour the wine, would you? Anything interesting on at Scotland Yard lately?
No. Just routine. Rather, desk-bound.
So you're not frightfully busy?
Ah. Here it comes.
I'll just get the pat.
No, Esther, just a minute. Now look, just tell me, what do you want me to do, huh?
How you say, apprehend a criminal?
That sounds a bit strong. What's he done? Yeah, I assume it is a he.
Yes, it is. He's a low-down, devious, amoral, devious...
Friend of yours?
No! He's a trickster who's using my talents in some way.
Using you?
Yes.
For what?
Gain, I assume?
Assume?
Well, just look at these.
Is this why you were angry on the phone?
Yes, and I'm still seething.
Olé. Good, is it?
Delicious.
Ah.
is it?
It's only me. The chance on your being in, Paul.
Lucky penny. Another 5 minutes, you'd have missed me.
Better put these in water.
Come here.
I think she's an on.
Who?
This Elizabeth Claremont. Her father's a knight or a baronet. Anyway, he's a sir. Sir Vivian Morris Claremont. That's it. Very big in banking.
Well, that's interesting, because this Fiona Fenton Smythe is a Debbie girl.
A penchant for the aristocracy.
And what about Carol Brandon?
Who?
Well, isn't there one who paints portraits?
No, that's Antonia or something.
That's another one. Perhaps you could trace the girls through...
Blandon, that's it. Antonia Blandon. I went to an exhibition 2 weeks ago. Very good.
Well, perhaps you could trace our Mr. Daring through the Honourable Elizabeth.
Me?
Yes, why not?
What am I getting myself into?
It's a question of my honour.
Is it?
The first thing, of course, is we'll have to find out if the source letter's genuine or not.
Yes. Does Paul Daring exist? Look, we don't even know his address.
Oh, yes, we do. 26 Farley Mansions, Craven Road, SW3.
You have just heard Cantata 103, Ihr werdet weinen und heulen, by Bach. We continue with Mozart's concert aria, Misero o Sogno.
Pity.
Fragrance or beauty?
That's very nice.
Beauty wins the day. I'll charge it to your account, Your Grace.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, sir.
When we're alone, you can call me Mister.
So our Mr. Daring is alive and well and living in SW3. Who's she?
Her name's Penny Jackson. She works there. Apparently she and Daring have an arrangement.
Wasn't it risky getting that shot?
Yes, it was a bit.
You don't think they spotted you?
It's not a watch, you know. It's a camera. Damn clever, these Swiss.
Glad you're not James Bond.
We're not dealing with rubbish, you know. Not with the CID. Quite sophisticated equipment these days. Only thing is, of course, we very rarely get an opportunity to use it with your common criminal.
Well, one thing about this man, he's not common.
Extraordinary. One only expects plain women to be punctual.
I thought I was going to be late. Daddy got terribly tiresome.
Oh, I hope you didn't have any difficulty.
Oh, no. I can handle Daddy. Here we are, darling Paul. For you. And thank you.
Oh, it's nothing. Little favor. I think that we should take a vacation if you can get away. An island, perhaps, where the clouds are very small and the sun is very big. Possible?
didn't tell me it was going to be formal.
Aha! What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing again? I don't believe it.
Ah, drinks. What is it?
Alfalfa tea.
Alfalfa what?
It smells refreshing.
You smell very south of France.
Ombre Soleil.
Ah! Makes me sick with nostalgia. Cheap wine, ripe camembert, damp beach towels, salty kisses.
Grad, what did happen?
Well, Carol behaved exactly like Fiona did. Denied all knowledge of him. Never heard of him, met him, seen him, nothing.
And you tried all the aliases?
All the aliases, the psychological moment, the photo.
And she gave nothing away, no kind of recognition at all?
Nothing as far as I could see.
Grad, you really are an awful judge of character, even for a policeman.
I resent that. When a man bluffs, I can tell. When a woman bluffs, I...
Look, there's no difference between the sexes when it comes to bluffing. And Grad, she's not there.
Oh.
You know, I've been thinking. The florist, the relationship between Daring and the girl there. Why do people go to florists?
Buy flowers?
What for?
Celebrate occasions, I suppose. I don't know. Anniversaries, weddings, friends in hospital.
Births?
Mm-hmm. Births, deaths.
Birthdays?
Birthdays.
And a florist in Mayfair would have a fairly selective set of customers.
Of course. You're brilliant.
Grad, I've an idea.
That's lovely, thank you. Here we are. I think it would be a good idea if you crush those stems with a hammer.
I'll do that, thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Bit violent, isn't it?
Violent?
Yes, hammering roses.
That, yes, helps them to drink.
Ah,
Stay alive longer.
that's just what I could do with. Oh, what a charming laugh.
Thank you.
So cheerful. Goes with the morning.
Yes, it is beautiful, isn't it?
Yes. Now then, do you deliver?
Yes. Is it local or...?
Yes, it's local. Chelsea.
Oh, no problem. What do you require, sir?
What do I require? Yes. Well, usually I do the red roses bit. It's not very original, really.
Oh, I don't know. Roses are so beautiful. Can't go far wrong with roses.
Yes. Now, the carnations. Magnificent smell.
Malmaison, one of the best varieties.
Yes. All the same, help me, will you? Suggest something?
Bonsai?
I beg your pardon?
Bonsai.
Isn't that connected with karate? Bonsai?
No, but it is Japanese.
Ah.
You know, the little dwarf trees. This one's an elm.
Oh, how charming. Do the leaves fall in autumn? What?
Of course.
Oh, so, yes. Bonsai. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll pay for it, of course.
Not to worry. Happens all the time. Might I ask, sir, the occasion? Is it something special?
No, not really. No. Well, that's not actually fair. Actually, it's my sister's birthday.
Tomorrow?
Yes.
It's my birthday tomorrow.
What a coincidence.
Only just made it, though. Born a couple of minutes after midnight.
Oh. My sister arrived at lunchtime. Come to think of it, she's always enjoyed a good tuck.
She wouldn't have been born in 48, would she?
Was that your vintage? No. Anthea was born in 46. Not a bad year. Not quite on a par with the 48, what? It's so incredibly simple. Someone personable, like myself, goes in and requests flowers for a friend's birthday. And she, our agent provocateur, claims to have the same birthday. Only just made it, though, born a couple of minutes after midnight. Ha ha ha. She must have claimed to belong to every sign in the Zodiac. I wonder what she really is.
Scorpio. Like Matahari.
Yes, I thought that.
So you'll be telling me I'll be casting my own horoscope soon in the name of the Honourable Anthea Gradley.
Well, seems highly likely, doesn't it?
17 noir Périmont.
Now we switch to rouge.
Faites le jeu, mesdames, messieurs. Faites le jeu.
Maybe we should call it a day.
Timid? It's not like you go.
No.
Rien ne va
I'm
plus.
feeling it's running out.
Rien ne va plus. Trente-deux, rouge, pair et passe. Faites le jeu, mesdames, messieurs. Faites le jeu.
My fingers are crossed.
No need, darling, to cross anything.
Rien ne va plus. Rien ne va plus. 19, rouge, un pair et passe. Faites le jeu, mesdames, messieurs.
Set and match. Pour les employés.
Monsieur.
I'll have that.
I'm in the bath.
Now I'm in the squash courts. About your 3 o'clock booking, sir.
Gran, what is it? Look, I'm dripping all over my new velvet cushions.
Are there any letters?
Look, for God's sake, I told you as soon as it comes, I'll call.
We ought to be moving, Penny.
Why don't we stay here? And I'll make you one of my special spaghettis. And then later, much later.
I don't think I'm in the mood for spaghetti tonight, darling. Besides, I've booked a table for 9. Anyway, I feel lucky.
I feel terrific.
Un 8, noir, pair et passe. Faites le jeu, mesdames, messieurs. Rien ne va plus. Trente-six, rouge, pair et passe. Faites le jeu, mesdames, messieurs. Rien ne va plus. Rien ne va plus. 28, noir, pair et passe. Faites le jeu, mesdames, messieurs. Rien ne va plus. Rien ne va plus. Zero, gagne. Faites le jeu, mesdames, messieurs.
Anthea Bradley. Dear Sybil, I do hope this letter reaches you. You always seem to be so very accurate in your monthly predictions, and I'm sure you could be of considerable help in guiding my fortunes. I was born about midday on the 18th of July, 1946. I would be most grateful if you could cast my horoscope. Sincerely, Anthea Bradley.
Hello, darling.
How did you know it was me?
How do you know which darling I was referring to?
Well, the news is that your incestuous sister Anthea has just had a request to cast her own horoscope.
So, the bait's been taken.
I'm going to make her into the most marvellous crabby Cancerian thing, especially for our Mr. Daring.
Esther, darling, how lovely to see you.
Toby, you don't know me. Go away.
What do you mean, go away?
The curly flourish, the descending loom.
Descending?
Vaste et tendre, apaisement semble descendre du firmament, que l'astre brille, c'est l'heure exquise.
Il pleut dans mon cœur comme il pleut sur la vie. Quelle est cette longueur qui pénètre mon cœur?
I knew we had Verlaine in common.
Is that why you followed me down from the paperback?
I felt an instant affinity. I could say that I've been waiting for you all my life, but, well, that would only be half true.
I've heard of being picked up, but this is ridiculous.
No, not at all. The moment your arm brushed mine in the cookery section, I had a frisson. Total empathy.
Total?
Although we've never met, I know you. I know your past, your present, and your future.
That sounds very challenging. Can you back it up?
You're not married.
I don't think
but
that helps.
you almost were. You were engaged once, about 2 or 3 years ago, to an older man. Not an old man, about 10 years older than yourself.
Thank you, I'll take this one.
But he was not stable. Perhaps an alcoholic. He committed suicide.
And then?
And then he went on to work in most of the stuff I'd sent him. Oh, so clever the way he did it. So persuasive. And he has a way of looking at one that's sort of almost hypnotic, all combined with an offbeat sense of humour.
Sounds charming.
Yes, he is. What did he do to those other girls?
Look, he's a con man, Esther. Obviously, at some point or another, they all parted with their cash. Yeah, that too, probably. Anyway, that's what it's about.
Yes. Must be, mustn't it?
Remember, you were going to teach him a lesson. Question of honour, remember? The biter bit, remember?
Grad, you don't have to lecture me.
No?
Just because he has charm and style, you don't imagine he has a chance for sweet-talking me out of my revenge, surely?
Well, you've been declaiming since you met him. I'm beginning to wonder.
No chance, absolutely.
When are you seeing him again?
Tomorrow evening. Well, he's going to take me out for drinks to the American bar, and then we're going to a little restaurant in Hampstead. The chef's a friend of his. We're going to linger over our liqueurs whilst he tells me about my future.
You better keep your hand on your wallet.
I think I can say, Penny darling, I shall soon be returning to the land of mink and money. Could you raise 50?
50-40. More like being engaged to the pawnbroker than anything else.
Oh, don't worry, darling, it's only a short loan.
One day, Paul, you'll come dreadfully unstuck.
Possibly. One thing's certain, though. Won't be with the Honourable Anthea Gradley. What am I going to do about you, Anthea?
I don't really know what I'm supposed to reply to that.
I look for a flaw, but I can't find one.
You like your women flawed?
Well, no doubt when we've been together for a while, I'll discover one. Here.
For me?
Take it, it won't bite.
Of course it won't. It's a cigar? What a marvellous, bizarre gift. How did you know I was partial to the occasional Havana? Ah, but then you know everything about me, don't you?
Certain.
I'll have it after dinner.
Well, see if it's in condition.
Well, it must be, mustn't it, in that?
It's not certain. Try it. Please.
Money.
Money.
But I can't take
Of course you
this.
can.
No, really, I just...
All right, Anthea. Let me explain.
Golden Girl?
But of course,
I don't follow.
a horse, a racehorse.
Oh, you bet on...
That's right. Well, I'd only just met you, so what else but Golden Girl? I put a fiver on it, and in it came.
Extraordinary.
What is?
Verlaine and horses.
Well, that's easily explained.
Is it?
I'm a paradox.
But I can't take this.
If it worries you, pay for dinner.
All right, it's a deal.
Flexible. I like that.
That's right. Golden Girl won the 2:30 at Salisbury. Nice touch, that. Our Mr. Dering is setting you up very nicely. It's a pity you paid for dinner.
I know, but it's my role, isn't it, as the on-anth?
No, I don't think so. Not in my experience of ons.
Oh, we've known several, have we?
One or two.
I bet you didn't have Paul's success.
All success. Our Mr. Dering been pressing his suit, has he?
He pressed it.
When are you seeing him again?
This evening.
He doesn't waste any time, does he? I'm surprised he didn't ask out for lunch.
Oh, Grant, I've got to get some sleep.
I'm not keeping you up, am I?
Look, I'm only getting a kick out of this because I know the ending.
I just hope it's the right ending, that's all.
That's the salt.
I've got to be moving, Penny. I'm going to be late.
Couldn't you ring her and put her on?
No, I couldn't.
Been out with her 3 nights running.
So I've been out with her 3 nights running. Tonight will be the 4th. That's business.
I think you're making a pleasure out of this business.
Well, Anthea's agreeable. I'm not a hypocrite, whatever else I am. And let me remind you, there is a certain urgency. You do want your 100 back, don't you?
Not desperately urgent.
It is from me. I don't like being in debt.
Such scruples.
Yes, I do have a curious ethical sense. I only part wealthy ladies from their money. It's a nice distinction.
Paul,
Penny.
you do love me, don't you?
Oh. Darling,
Yes.
could you get the iron and give my trousers a quick press?
What is it?
Anthony and Cleo. The notices were very good. Do you like the idea?
Yes, very much. I've never seen it.
Ah, well, then you're in for a feast.
That's the one about the burnished thrones burning on the water and the purple sails.
That's right. There's another line. What about age cannot wither her, nor custom stale her infinite variety. Other women cloy the appetites they feed, but she makes hungry where most she satisfies.
Cleo?
Anthea.
You fool!
I'm in form this evening, have you noticed?
You're always on form.
Ah, naturally, when I see you.
Yes, well, that apart.
Yeah. Good news today.
You've inherited a fortune?
Yes, I suppose you could say that. If the timing's right, I shall be richer tomorrow by 12,000.
12,000? That's a nice round figure.
And you, my darling Anthea, are going to share in my good fortune.
But I can't.
Oh, yes, you can. I insist.
Does it involve horses?
One horse. Look, I don't want to sound too dramatic about this, but you must promise me you won't say anything to anybody. It might upset the odds. And a coup like this, Anthea, only happens once in a lifetime. The money has to be placed just before the off.
All right, I promise. Not a word.
I'm getting all my available cash together, about 3,000. I think it'll stand 1,000 from you.
Will it? What's it called?
What?
The horse.
Oh, Leo's son.
Leo's son.
Shh. Thank you. 315 Kenton.
And you're certain it'll win?
Well, the source is impeccable. Now, that's enough about horses and money. There's a perfect line in the play. Shakespeare gave it to one of the minor characters. Cleo's handmaiden, Iris, I think it was. Finish. Good lady. The bright day is done. And we are for the dark.
Are we?
8 runners and a red-hot favourite. Crusaders 5-2 on.
Leo's son, 4-1.
My feelings for Alfonso.
Alphonse? Don't be ridiculous. Alfonso's 25-1. No, Deering's playing a very old game.
Well, then perhaps you'll explain.
Simply that Crusader will win. Deering won't bet. Simply pocket the money.
I see, but what happens if by some chance Leo's son does win?
Oh, well then, disaster. He'll simply make some apologies for not putting the money on and give it to you back.
Well, how can we nab him? You do say nab.
Yeah, well, the only way, really, is for you to let him have the money.
But I can't risk losing 1,000 grand.
Well, then the biter doesn't get bit.
Oh, he's got to. Can't go on getting away with it.
Well, then you'll have to put a thou at risk.
But what's to stop him from just running off with it?
No. It's not his style. If he were, he'd have a criminal record, which he hasn't. Also, he wouldn't still be living at 26 Farley Mansions. No. He makes the kill, smooth talks his way out of it, and he's on to his next victim.
That's it, then. How much can you raise?
How much can I...
Well, you've obviously got some kind of plan, haven't you?
Alfonso.
Extraordinary. One only expects plain women to be punctual.
You flatter terribly, you know. Aren't you afraid of going too far one day?
Women are like actors. It is impossible to go too far.
It's a very sweeping statement.
I take it back. You are the exception that proves the rule. Gin and tonic, please. Ice, no lemon. Thanks, Anthea.
Oh, no. Shouldn't I be thanking you, surely?
Easy money, you know, should be spent easily. On pleasure.
Yes, I imagine it will be.
Yes.
Aren't you going to count it?
Trust you implicitly. You know, there's an island somewhere where the clouds are very small and the sun is very big. I think we should try to find it.
You know, really, deep down, I'm more cynical than you are.
Well, I'm not cynical at all. Thank you. I'm a romantic.
I think you're a Gemini.
You're right, I am. Do you know something about astrology, then?
Well, I've read a few paperbacks on the subject, that's all.
Tell by your expression you've been successful, darling.
Lucky day. Lucky penny.
Unlucky Anthea.
Yeah, she's had diverting times, and everything has to be paid for. It's a fact of life.
Talking of paying, aren't you anticipating giving me this?
£100. Straight again, and thank you.
Happened once before, remember?
Now, don't be a pessimist. Leo's son. No chance. Absolutely.
Leo's Son is still in front by 4 lengths. Leo's Son, then Wrighton and the favourite Crusader third. Then comes Popgun, Barracuda, and Easy Does It. And coming into the final furlong, it's still Leo's Son. Leo's Son holding from Wrighton. Wrighton being pressed by Crusader. Popgun and Barracuda are dropping back. It's Leo's Son. Leo's Son from Crusader. Crusader's under pressure. And here, coming up on the outside is Alfonso. Alfonso's making ground rapidly. Crusader's in front, half a length up on Leo's Son. But Alfonso's finishing fast on the run to the post. There's nothing in it. Stride for stride. Crusader and Alfonso. Alfonso's going clear. And at the post, it's Alfonso the winner. Alfonso from the favourite Crusader with Leo's Son a poor third. Well, what a
Don't
tremendous...
be silly, you've said. Alfonso will never win.
Well, he was lucky.
Lucky?
Yeah, so were you.
It's him.
You sure?
Anthony?
Hello, Paul.
What can I say, my darling? I'm devastated.
Well, Saturday and all that sort of thing. So much for the island where the clouds are very small and the sun's very big. Still, it was only money, wasn't it?
How beautifully adjusted you are, Anthea. Look, I have to go away for a few days. When I come back, perhaps we could try and recoup our losses?
I do hope so.
13 Noir, Père Monk. Faites le jeu, mesdames, messieurs. Faites le jeu. Rien ne va plus.
Don't change more than 300, will you, Paul?
There have to be 5 left.
I wouldn't change that money if I were you, Mr. Daring.
Who are you?
Faites le jeu, mesdames, messieurs.
So, what's all this about?
Faites le jeu.
Case of fraudulent conversion, I think. That money should have been wagered on a horse today. Leo's Son.
Faites le jeu.
This money? Mm-hmm. Well, but I won this money here a couple of weeks ago. Ask anybody.
Rien
I'm
ne va
afraid not. Although the numbers aren't in sequence, they are recorded on this notepad. Those notes were drawn this morning from the bank by Miss Esther Jones.
7 Noir, Père Monk.
But I don't know anybody called Esther Jones. No.
Anthony Gradley?
Faites le jeu, mesdames, messieurs. Faites le jeu.
Oh, Althea. Yeah.
I should warn you that...
Anything I say, etc.
Rien ne va plus.
etc. After you.
Thank you. A thought, Inspector. Boredom has made more gamblers than avarice.
I like it.
Faites le jeu.
Santé.
I wish I could return the toast, but... Santé.
An exciting day for Geminians. Be flexible. You might have to change your plans at a moment's notice.
One of those paperbacks?
I don't often quote myself.
You're not,
Sybil.
Ah. Pity.
Faites le jeu. Rien ne va plus.
Hustle. Bonsai. Morning.
Thank you.
Well, he had 850 on him. We found another 100 on the girl.
Oh, that's not too bad then. I had a 5 on Alfonso.
Did you? Shouldn't half of that be mine?
I did tell you.
Yes. 230. Just close your eyes a minute, will you? Close your eyes. Anything coming through?